Mics are up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday Polygon stream. We are here for your gaming. For your gaming. It's us. What up?
Yeah, sorry, Squirtle couldn't make it. He's on vacation right now.
Squirtle.
But you got the rest of us.
Squirtle is in trouble, and he needs your credit card number, the expiration date, and the 3 numbers from the back, so he can keep water spouting. I don't know, one of the guys he fights, whatever the Pokemon are these days.
Yeah, at the end of the stream, we'll be dropping a link to a Google Doc in the chat for you all to write your credit card information in.
That's right.
And we trust that no one will use each other's information for nefarious purposes, and that we will simply use it for our little old pal.
Just for Squirtle.
Exactly.
Squirtlesonly.com. Squirtle's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. He is pretty cool. He wears sunglasses sometimes, right?
The Squirtle Squad one is
Squirtle
so
Squad
cool.
is about.
Yeah, they're
Very
awesome.
cool.
Have they ever used credit cards in the Pokemon universe? Wonderful first time chat from
So true.
Bereft.
I did make a my own card. Me and my brother at a certain point just started drawing our own Pokemon cards and putting them inside the sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
And I made cool Articuno, which was just an Articuno that was wearing sunglasses.
That is pretty fucking sick. It's hard to get birds on a sunglass. Or, the other way around, too.
I think the reason is I drew it, and Articuno already has this like little thing above its eyes that almost looks like a pair of sunglasses that have been pushed up.
I see.
Okay, so I don't know if they have credit cards canonically in the Pokemon verse, but I found this article from Nintendo Soup that says in 2018, French banking group Société Générale, I wish Simone was here to make me pronounce that properly, did a collaboration with the Pokemon company for Pokemon credit cards, which is so cute, and I want one. I want that. Oh my gosh.
Hey, yeah, Simone will be joining us shortly. She's working on some subtitles for our latest Overboard video that just went up, which Clayton has been working very hard on.
Drop that.
And when she gets here, we will replace our pig. Yeah. Let's start a new save here. Have you who's been playing RE4 Remake? We were playing on hardcore.
I tried it on hardcore and then died twice and was like, this is stupid. I'm playing it on normal. I feel like if I had actually just tried one more time, I think I realized what's going on in the intro, which we're starting from the start, right? Yeah. Yeah,
and I don't think this intro was in the base game or the original release. I think it just started with little Leon and his little car. I kind of wish that they did more stuff with this here. I guess not spoilers. We won't talk about it, but
September 30th, 1998.
Yeah, we're gonna get. This is the way this game starts. This.
The cop inside me died. That night.
I don't know. I had it like, frankly, the first time I played it on hardcore, I just barely made it through, or didn't make it through, and I'm annoyed because if I had, it would have been hilarious because it was just like a series of errors that felt like a perfect action movie slapstick where I'm just like barely getting by and running into a new guy who I just like fight off and then as we'll see here, the way it ends, it would have been very funny if I had just been like frantically barely surviving and then made it through. Why?
I have not played hardcore. I played hardcore on my New Game Plus save, which is like I have all my gear from my first run, and some of it is super leveled up. So like, so we'll see how this goes with absolute base gear.
Okay, I dropped the Overboard link in there. Go check that out after the stream.
No, or during the stream. Just completely abandon us to go watch that video.
So tell me, Yankee.
That's right, Claire. I think it is.
I want to say we had a very nice time with our returning guest, Sumit, and our special guest, Jaya Saxena, over at Eater.
And stay tuned for our next Overboard, which will be featuring Pig. We finally
Pig.
go meet him in the barnyard. Find out what happens on the next episode of Overboard.
Oh, I just realized I have the extra on, so he's wearing his little round sunglasses, so that'll be a fun treat for all of us.
Oh, look at that.
A lot of people have gone missing around.
Is he wearing a little cap as well?
No, that's the other guy. There he is. He's in the
there
back
he
seat
is.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
He's got his little Leon the professional sunglasses on.
Just another day in the office, right? I mean, last week there was a search for some missing
Maybe pig-based board games, right?
Best to help me.
Yeah. There's a
Surely,
game
I
called
think.
Pass the Pigs.
Okay.
I was gonna say there's got to be.
Also, I
Yeah.
watched
Can't
somebody
think of it off the top of my head.
stream the video game or the video game adaptation of the cartoon/movie that pig is from, and it is so fucked up. It's like
Oh, I think I know. Yeah.
it's not first of all, not to be gender essentialist, but all of the male cows in it with male voice actors also have big udders that shoot milk. And they are constantly referring to that mechanic as squirting.
Oh. Is this a child's cartoon or an adult cartoon?
Yes.
I wonder if this is in the same oeuvre as the kind of knockoff Kung Fu Panda, because I know the CGI looks about equivalent.
Vaya sitio más tétrico.
Yeah, there's this whole genre of knockoff CGI movies that are wild.
Sharp squirting. That's right, Morb. Yeah, Morb was there, I believe. And what was the other shit? There was some incredible stuff. Oh yeah, no. Somebody somebody texts you like some rat or dog or something who was like, "Hey, come to the barnyard. Let's hook
this
up."
was a Nickelodeon show. Oh my god.
Yeah. And I think in the movie it had the King of Queens guy was one of the pigs or cows or whatever.
Big and
To be fair, whenever I go back and watch old
Take a look.
TV shows I watched as a kid, and there's innuendo there, like I never noticed
Yeah,
the
for
innuendo
sure.
there. Like no kid sees the squirting milk and goes, "Oh, so what's
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
mean?" So I guess it's maybe it is a thing just to make it more enjoyable for the parents watching. I don't know.
All right, so this is RE4.
Yeah. And this is where, yeah. Gosh, I feel like I'm on chapter 5 or 6. I just actually got past the village. Now I realize I'm on a new map. I can no longer see where all the treasures are. A pro tip: buy the treasure map, at least on your first run.
How far could
That was very handy.
That's right, Purple Pens. Yeah, it's really fun to play this game more or less immediately after RE8 or RE Village, which felt like it was very much inspired by like the tone and opening hours of this game, to then immediately go back and play like a super polished up version of those same concepts. Full I
That is
am
playing.
playing, yeah. We should I should add like a little controller to the screen and just like leave it beneath the person who's playing any given thing. Like usually it's the person who's in the top left, but
Yeah.
sometimes we mix it up. Let's go into this house. So again, I'm going to show everybody a fun thing once we're on the other side of this house.
Fun thing, as in like a scary monster.
It's not that. It's not a scary thing. It's just it was a funny thing from the gamer discourse about signposting and level design.
Oh yeah.
POV, the pig is playing.
The pig is playing. That's right. The pig is playing. We've got a pig gamer. Judgment is nigh. The game is so dark. Do you want me to turn it up a bit? Is it visible on stream? It's dark but visible on my screen, but if I need to fudge it a bit for the purpose of the stream.
Yeah, movies are dark these days. Television is dark. Games are dark. Just not a lot of lights in all these fictional universes.
Okay. Yeah,
be honest,
it's a dim world.
Dim world.
Last couple of years, when games tell you, you know, like make this so this image is barely visible, and it's like, no, fuck you.
Nah, shut up.
Have
We
visible.
all know what we're doing.
Yeah.
I want to see that scary thing.
Mhm.
You can't tell me what to do.
Oh, I thought he was a monster at first.
No, just a Spaniard.
Sorry to barge
The
I'm
in.
just
guy.
making some dinner.
True monster is man. So true. So true. Maybe that's it. Government, or just watching all this media through the lens of like sunglasses,
Mm.
and that's the visual lens that the creators are trying to convey.
Oh man, we do have a soup check.
But he is an evil man. The true monster is man.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Apparently, yeah, you went to like special training and can like kick people through walls.
They only taught him kicks in special ops.
Yeah.
They didn't teach him to bring more than one clip of ammunition with you on a dangerous mission, or to shut the fuck up ever. They just taught him how to do kicks. Soup
Oh, let's
check.
get a soup check.
His yeah, there we go. It stinks.
Is there hair in that soup?
We got some gross hair
Is that
soup.
like a cannibal soup?
Maybe. It's hard to tell.
So I do realize we were talking over the game's intro.
Yeah.
So to give people just some grounding here, the president's daughter has been kidnapped. They have traced her somehow to Spain, the little village in Spain, and they have sent you, Leon Kennedy, the former hero of Raccoon City, and who was inducted into the game very heavily implies forced into this special ops service. I mean, thank you, Hunter 9X. You put it a lot better. You bad enough dude to rescue the president's daughter. So we're starting at the we are at the start.
Does anybody read Spanish? Is this does this say something nice?
It's a little hard to make out. It kind of does it say something about Despacito in there?
Something nice? Nice like what? Like you have pretty eyes.
Like, well, live, laugh, love, maybe.
Live, laugh, love. Something about destroy, people are saying. Always.
Hey.
Oh no.
Like they're a dead person.
I read you. What's your situation?
Ah!
Always do that. Why are they always on the phone just to scream and provide no information?
So the two police officers who seem to come into town with you or drop you off in their car aren't having a good time.
Moggs, I've played this. I've played through once, and I'm on my New Game Plus run.
Oh.
You're playing it on hardcore.
But yeah, this is a fresh hardcore save, so I don't have any of my gear from previous runs. Oh no, not again.
I love that you just noticed the pig, Saunchy Pickle.
The thing that's tough is like I am playing now on normal, and I feel like I've already started to amass enough upgrades and stuff. Maybe the game is actually going to be better about this than I expect, but it feels like I'm going to become overpowered and not have as much intensity.
I found that I did snowball a bit in this one.
But I had a frustrating time on hardcore difficulty at the beginning, and maybe the game just like made me feel like I should play it because it's like this is the difficulty for people who've played Resident Evil 4 before,
right?
And I did over a decade ago. But it's these kind of games. There is a lot to gain out of the feeling of desperation and like just having enough ammo to get through each sequence.
Mm-hmm.
But if you also end up dying a lot and retrying, it's not as fun.
Yeah, I do feel like it did a better job in this game. A couple things in this one. I felt like in Dead Space Remake, I feel like they sort of trivialized weapon switching. On hardcore, your aim snaps to accuracy much slower. And they'll grab you from off screen. Oh, that's cool. Anyways, sorry.
Interesting. Okay.
That is very cool. Yeah, I was talking to somebody who specifically called out like, oh, I wish that like I got jumped from behind more because it would feel more tense. So they probably just need to play on hardcore. Babby Eagle.
My escorts
I think what It's Me Thui said though that the only reason it's hardcore is because Leon is wearing sunglasses indoors at night.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's really high. That's why. If he took those off, it would just be like completely
Red
pink
eyes.
pupils. Or
Now, a thing this game that was new, or at least I do not remember for the original, is the countering. That's not in the original,
new,
right?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's really fun.
It's good. It's like it feels good to do it, and maybe the thing is hardcore was making me resort to using that a lot more, and it felt good.
Yeah.
In a like I just made that, and I just like there was something very entertaining about it. Even though, and I'm usually not somebody who likes to rely on that a lot, and I just need to like parry it better. And even though I'm not playing on such a hard difficulty.
Yeah, I think the harder difficulty you go into, the shorter the parry window gets. And then I don't know if it's hardcore or the one above it, but apparently I think one of the harder difficulties, the only parries available are perfect parries.
I think professional you unlock on your second playthrough.
Okay, yeah.
hardest
So
difficulty.
here's the gamer discourse thing: is when this game came out, I think maybe it was the demo or something. People were like, "God, I'm so tired of modern video game design. Like, look how fucking obvious this is." And then I watched somebody stream it, and he walked right past it.
I think that's a good point. Like people could complain about like games holding their hand too much, but then there's going to be a bunch of people who like miss stuff, or like in Wolong, the divine beast thing, where like halfway through the thing you can basically like click those buttons to finish off the rest of the half of the second health bar. Some people just like completely missed that because they didn't fully explain it.
I think it's good. Anything in this game you can like break open or bash through is going to be painted yellow, or stuff you can like push in the way of windows. It's just interactive things. It's helpful. Who cares?
I kind of want to
agree, Claro. I like having my handheld for video games.
It's nice sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like the real like easy mode thing in this for me would have been like, so when I was waiting to get it, I was like, I can either buy it on PlayStation and like struggle with the shooting controls and like whiff a bunch of shots because I'm not good at thumbstick shooting, or I can get it on PC and maybe it'll feel too easy, because that's what I noticed with RE7. I played RE7 on Xbox for the first time and it was like hard and scary and every shootout was really tense, and then I played it on PC with my mouse and keyboard and it's just like headshot city.
So yeah, I actually got code for PC. Wasn't expecting to.
Oh, cool.
And I booted up and just naturally played on controller. And then like, wait a minute, I'm on PC. I could play with mouse. And I don't know, it's just because I've been playing it for a little bit already. But I tried it at first. It didn't like it so much that I didn't even bother like
really
calibrating it, the sensitivity. I'm just like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have. I should have just tweeted. But I don't know. I think you're right. There's something almost about. We talked about this with Dead Space, where I feel like if I'd played Dead Space on a PC, it would have not had the same level of, I don't know,
tension.
The controllers, tension, and just a little kludginess.
Oh wait, that guy's coming back. Oh no, I hate these guys.
Yeah.
Their head's off the wrong angle. It's hard to shoot.
Disgusting.
It seems like they're moving in
It's
different
still the
ways too.
target,
That's kind of
right?
cool.
Yeah.
Ah shit, I can stab him though. My knife's gonna break. Oh no, not
Yeah,
again.
that breaking thing also.
Fuck. Okay. Fuck.
Leon does have particularly like shiny, nice locks for his profession. Like
Yeah, they're really
you'd
nice.
You'd think his hair would be a little bit more dry, messy, but no, beautiful. Drop the supplement list, bestie.
Well, I mean, I think he, as we'll see shortly. Oh no!
Oh.
As we'll see shortly,
I don't know
he's.
if it's. Damn it. Yeah.
you can just eat a lot of raw fish with him. That's probably good for the hair. Sorry, go on.
Omega-3s. Okay.
You've gotten to the point with your health. This is how I was through most of this like opening sequence when I said it just felt like a series of errors because I was just barely hanging on and just stumbling around like this. And I just imagined the sequence ending with me. It turns out you don't get to the president's daughter for a while, but I just figured I'd immediately walk into that sequence and find her and just be like barely alive and just like, I'm here to rescue you. Let's go.
I'm totally gonna live. There's no auto heal based in this one, Tron. It's all entirely collecting herbs and using them. So right there, I got a red herb. That's nice. And I think I start with a health spray, which will be nice for us. Yeah, let's clean ourselves up real quick. First of all, we will craft a green and red herb.
I definitely did upgrade my knife's durability pretty quick.
That was the first thing that I rushed.
And once you have it upgraded, it feels like you have plenty of time between visits to the merchant to repair it.
So this game takes place in like 2004, right?
You pick up her phone and it's a Razr phone.
Yeah.
A Motorola Razr. I was like, okay, now I know what you're here. This is.
So it's most definitely not Joe Biden's daughter.
No, it's probably George W. Bush's daughter.
See, okay. So we need to be doing research. His daughter.
I feel like my friends maybe just joked about that, like, having the president's daughter be a part of one of these games meant the next one would be called like President Evil.
Well, don't you fucking kill the president in the beginning of Resident Evil 6 because he turns into a zombie?
Is that the one? Maybe I'm imagining that it did actually happen and people making this joke.
I think it happens in RE6.
Before Resident Evil 5 was a thing, I do remember, like, this was a game I played a lot, and my friends would play. We just watch each other play. Like, I was very into this, Resident Evil 4, but I was surprised by how little I remembered except a few particular sequences, and I had a hard time knowing what was new and what wasn't.
Yeah, RE6 is the one that I have not played. I really want to. I'm actually talking to a friend, and I'm probably going to end up streaming that whole thing in co-op at some point in the near future, because it looks very fun and silly. Oh no, I can't parry these people. I can't parry if you don't have a weapon. No, RE5 is the weird one, Octavian. RE6 is the globe hopping Michael Bay one where you play as like 10 characters total.
Have co-op as well?
Yeah, as co-op for the whole game.
Okay, because they introduced co-op in 5, or they made a lot of the game like built-in.
Right, that whole game was co-op.
But
get down. Oh no, that was not what I wanted. Okay, no, we gotta run. We gotta put our back to a wall. We're in trouble here. Oh, I am now realizing that on my hardcore save, I also had full health.
Oh, yeah. I love that seamless transition.
It's so good.
To running in this cabin. You gotta get a shotgun.
Oh, yeah. Chainsaw Man.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna have a really hard time doing this on hardcore.
Okay.
This is gonna be a challenge for Pat. Okay, first of all, snack time.
Yes.
Next.
What hardness were you playing on before hardcore?
I was playing on normal for my first playthrough, and then for my new game plus, I upgraded to hardcore, which is easier because I had all my gear and health from my first run, plus like body armor and like a pretty much invincible knife.
Okay.
So wait, this is a hardcore run, but starting from
This is
fresh.
a totally fresh hardcore. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's tough. Hello.
All right, gotta load up that. Oh, the shotgun's already loaded right there on the wall. Yoink! Run! I can't parry.
Did you go through the cow with the
Oh yeah, I
fire
should do the
above it,
card.
you can
Oh,
shoot
I'm
at.
sorry. Oh, sorry, lady. Oh, sorry, dude. Oh,
Sorry for
just let me
entering
go.
you. Rude. Just enter these people's homes and smack them.
Sorry, guys. Oh, jeez.
Someone asked, has
Yeah.
there been a Parm update yet? What is a Parm?
We don't do those anymore. That's retired. That's just an update about the state of my arms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did the last ever one with Griffin a few months ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, you have to respect that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess in chat, Mogsike, I don't know her anything. Mogsike did explain the zombies in this, but technically the game has not. If you're watching along, hasn't explained them yet. But if you want to know what their deal is, someone has explained it.
Yes, yes, I do know the church bell trick too. It's very fun. I just want to see if I can do this fight the honest way. Oh god, I'm not in good shape though.
Is the church bell trick something like you just drop a big bell on someone or something?
That would be
Wile E.
really
Coyote
fun.
them.
No, so this sequence ends famously when the bell starts tolling in the square, and then all of these zombies who are chasing me around start going like, and they just wander away. They stop paying attention to me. So somebody found out that if you get to a certain angle and you shoot the church bell from a great distance, it rings. And then it has the same effect on all the zombies.
It can be the game can be sometimes surprisingly like systemic,
Yeah.
or I guess maybe that's just like a little kind of Easter egg. But there's things I've been surprised that worked with like blowing stuff up in the environment or knocking a zombie into somebody else and that causing something like.
Yeah. Also, this particular... Wow, I didn't mean to throw that grenade. Fuck.
Oh, that.
There's a lot of like alternate cutscenes and animations in this segment specifically. Like if you... Oh, gee. If you let that guy chase you around into like a certain back alley, he'll like... It'll play a cutscene where he like cuts down a bunch of scaffolding and traps you for a minute. All right, last shot. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, she still stabbed you.
Yeah, she got
You
me.
shot her in the
Oh,
face.
Tip just got me, Odell.
Oh, this guy, yes.
All right. Oh no, a burning
Oh my God,
cow!
my was on fire. Oh no.
Big cow moment. Oh
like-
no, burning cow.
Patrick needs snacks. What's in here?
Maybe this
bag
is a
of
thing we can
bolts.
save as like a fun stream thing if we can convince Tina and Simone to try this game out. Just put a little timer on this and see how long can people last in hardcore during this sequence.
All right, we got it.
Can
We
they
got
get all
enough.
the way through?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah,
Oh dear. We
is
got
there
one
a point
shot.
where you get
Oh,
out
that's
of
not going to
this
stun.
sequence?
Sorry. I'm sorry for talking over you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're in a tough situation.
Wouldn't we be able to last in the sequence forever if we just bring up our inventory?
You're right. It would have to be actual playtime. No.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
tough, 'cause
I'm out
you
of
need to be
ammo
able
for
to
that
pause
gun.
and open your inventory in this game.
All right. Jukes time. Oh no, not again. Why can't I do a combat roll?
Oh. Yes, there we go.
All right. Okay, that's the bell.
Oh, that's
Saved by the bell.
You did it. Oh boy, good job. Good job.
Jesus.
God, that was way more intense.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's fun, but like I did that twice and got so close to beating it, and I was just like, I'm not doing this again. If the whole rest of the game could be this frustrating.
Yeah. No, that was so
But-
fun. That was great. Okay, I'm happy that I've started a fresh hardcore save. Tenemos. Yo! Anonymous, thank you so very, very much for gifting those 10 subs to the channel. Welcome.
Let's go, Anonymous. Let's go.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
That's huge. That's very kind of you. Hey, speaking of weirdos, is Simone, did you say something earlier? Are you free now? Are you ready to get on the call? Because you can just get on when you want and all.
Maybe 20 minutes ago, she was in chat saying she was still finishing up the
Oh, okay.
subtitles. Yeah.
Oh, here's the line, everybody.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Oh, good joke. Because they went to the church.
So now,
And that's where people go to play bingo.
I don't know if I remember clearly or not. Was that line, that quip in the original immediately followed by the camera pulling out to reveal a burning body on a stake?
I don't think so.
It's just such a funny tonal slide.
Emmy, the pig is actually Simone's replacement, not a stand-in. We've had a change of structuring here.
Routes to Condor 1. I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill. There's a path on the far side of it.
I feel like that line is indicative of his whole vibe, which seems to be like not really confronting the horrors in front of him.
Yeah,
I guess you could say he's being very professional, but it almost seems like he's a little detached.
I think maybe he's just a little bit dull.
Yeah.
It was, when we were playing RE7 and RE8, I went through that journey of like, it's funny how they like wrote this, this everyman protagonist to be, like a real dork, right? He doesn't have good one-liners or anything, and he's just like, he's just sort of slopping his way through this. And then I played this one, I was like, oh no, that's just how they write. That's just how they write their heroes.
War Ponderer said the P in GPT stands for pig. Can you imagine if Simone's replacement was an AI-based pig?
An AI pig, yes. I think she would like that. I think that's really the only thing she would accept.
Like
dark dream.
The best thing to honor her legacy.
I dreamed that they replaced Simone with an AI pig. Dupers.
All right, yeah, so we just got to rustle up a bunch of supplies in this town before we move on, because I'm sure it's going to be sparse moving forward.
They call it Resident Evil. Who is the resident?
It's a great question.
So, the game is originally Biohazard in Japan.
Yes.
And has the story ever been told about how they settled on Resident Evil for a minute? Because it's a stupid name. Great. I don't want to say it's great. Good name, classic. But it doesn't mean. What does it mean?
Oh, okay. Full deal. Landlord Evil, Resident Evil.
That's
Landlord
right.
Evil.
I mean, is it the first one that it takes place in a mansion and it's like, I guess you're a resident at this evil mansion?
Maybe, yeah. Somebody says maybe it was a fan survey. Bereft says maybe it was a fan survey. That's interesting. I think this is a locked drawer. Yep.
Yes, it does reside in a place.
Internal
resides.
companies survey. I see. Okay. Yeah, it was about being in a big house with a bunch of scary things.
I mean, it rolls off the tongue well. I understand that somebody just said what about Resident Evil? And it's like,
yeah, no,
nonsense, but great.
It's got a good feel to it.
Maybe that's how you just, in general, get through life. Just say nonsense, and eventually someone will agree to it.
Hey, it got me this far.
Yeah.
Eagle that is here. Yeah. I guess it's being vague is a good thing for a name because it can mean lots of things.
Biohazard is still a good name for the series, though.
It also works for every single one and not just the one that involves a mansion.
Oh yeah, you're right, Bereft. The Resident Evil guy VO in the beginning of every game is like, once you've committed to that, you've found something gold and then you can't let it go. Resident Evil.
Yeah, it's great.
That guy and the Devil May Cry guy, both very good at what they do. What's that very funny guy, Topher Florence, Doc Future, did a really good video where he just said free breadsticks a bunch of times, but he said it in all the different Resident Evil guy voices. I would need to find that.
Breadsticks. Kind of why I've been watching the Clone Wars, and I just really do enjoy the Emperor whenever he's talking in his little Emperor voice, because it's just he's evil guy. It's evil guy voice. Resident Evil.
That guy is in Dragon Slayer.
Oh, fun.
Hey,
He is.
I like
like
to
that, right?
imagine. Yeah.
He plays a priest who gets burned by a dragon.
I like to imagine that was in like the character notes for like doing the voice. They were just like a little evil guy voice.
Tina, that is exactly how George Lucas directs.
It is.
I believe there is a literal anecdote of
Oh my
Peter
God.
Serafinowicz, who voiced Darth Maul in Episode 1. He wasn't the body of Darth Maul, but he was the voice of Darth Maul. And apparently George Lucas's only notes for him were, well, yeah, he's just really evil, so just do like a really evil voice.
It was literally the movie he did right after Dragon Slayer.
You were really evil voice.
I mean, it's impeccable.
All right, have I? I'm
It's-
sorry, I don't remember if I've searched. No, I have not searched all these rooms.
Oh, Simone's back in the chat. Simone's back in the chat.
Simone, are you ready to take up the mantle of pig, or are you still busy?
Eve.
I think the pig is enjoying their time here, so take your time.
Reggie, that sounds very good. Unlimited breadsticks. That's what the Topher says in the video. That's right.
Unlimited breadsticks.
4.
Unlimited breadsticks. Code Veronica.
Now, Code Veronica is one I hear very good things about. Nicholas JT in the chat is a big Code Veronica booster.
What's the deal with that one?
It was, I think it came out on Dreamcast and maybe PlayStation, but it was, I don't know, it was sort of like a transitionary one between...
Wait, was that the light gun one?
No, that was The Gun, Resident Evil, The Gun.
I may be thinking kind of House of the Dead. It's a completely separate zombie series. You can shoot 2 guns at once in Code Veronica. Hell yeah.
Okay, there's a little treat in there. There's some money over here. There's a gap in the wall there, which I can't get to. Cannot get into that locked door. Okay, let's head on to the next area now.
A pun I always think of, but I don't know, I've never really vocalized, is Polygon.
Polygon.
Or maybe I have vocalized it, I don't know. But like where we pivot to exclusively gun content.
Now,
And join the National Rifle Association.
now, and I'm sure we'd all stick around through that transition. We'd all be very
Yeah.
excited for that.
Can you imagine though? Like
Hey,
they come to us and like, we need you to start making videos.
we need
About
some
guns.
sort of kooky, fun ideas for Bushmaster Corporation.
Yeah, no. Brushy, like, and then Pat makes a video breaking down the design of a P90.
I have wanted for many years to do a video about guns. And I view it as the final video I could ever make before disappearing to a cave or a cabin in the woods.
Witness protection.
So true, Pliable. Well, the thing is, I was in LA April 1st, and so like I wasn't. Wait, did we stream on April 1st? Was that a Tuesday?
That's
or
a great
Thursday?
question. I don't remember.
Let me see. But you're right. I could have like tweeted it or something, or like, Polygon would have never agreed to tweet it though from the actual account. Okay, April 1st was a Saturday.
Thank you, Charlie. Charlie Crossing.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being here.
Let's blast this bucket into this well. Hang on. Let's get rid of this. Actually, no. They're gonna hear me as soon as I do that. So let's take care of these guys first.
Whoa, I don't think I did this.
So yeah,
So
if you don't knock this out, wait, what the fuck? This is different, maybe? I thought that if you, in my save, I shot
thought it
that
was a
stick out.
2. I just realized something, and that's there was definitely a well that you had to push with 2 people, and I never went back and did it. I'm a
Different
fool.
well, okay.
Yeah, Owl dude, you know, we're all gonna press on through our day-to-day lives now. Just
Uh-oh.
so we can wait for the day
No.
that Pat makes an 8-hour gun video
No.
and then disappears into the wild.
It's just
do-
a thing that is so integral to so many games that I play and enjoy. and then I get so scared when I have a real one in my hands. So
Yeah, the dichotomy there is
yeah.
very strong.
Crazy
Real
little.
life in video
Yeah.
games, it's annoying.
I don't know that I'll ever hold a gun even in a range because like they kind of scare me. But my dad also didn't really believe in guns growing up, but because of that, instead he just got a machete. and, and
Believe in.
yeah, and kept it under the bed. And his whole reasoning is that it's a lot easier to kill someone if you get angry, to just press a button. Whereas like to swing a machete at someone, like there has to be a lot of forethought and crazy behind that.
Or desperation.
That was his logic.
I think I think everybody should know how to. This is a very broad statement. I don't think everybody needs to know how to shoot a gun. I think everybody should know how to unload a gun.
Oh,
Get those
that's a
bullets out
good
of there.
point. That's a good point.
I just to comment on the game, because you've been doing it a lot, especially this coming out so quick after Dead Space remake. It's interesting to see how there's styles of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we talking a bit about this? How weapon, like fluid, Dead Space is, and also how powerful your first gun is. You can just make a mockery of a lot of enemies in that with just like a really good version of the first gun. You're not. It feels like you're not quite as desperate, even though you have a lot of things in the environment. I don't know. Anyway, something in this game has though, specifically is running straight up at enemies because you get that little attack thing that pops up after hitting them enough times. You can melee them.
Right, and then you get crowd control
often
from that
take
too
them out.
if they're close to other people.
Yeah, exactly. You can knock other people, stagger other people. They're either out, they're dead, or they're staggered for a while, and you can easily take them out. So that's like you definitely aren't charging at enemies in Dead Space. So that's like a very different thing where you're kind of doing a run and gun and keeping your distance in that game.
Right.
Setting up traps maybe with your mines and things. And this is more about like you have to sometimes run right by zombies to get away from them.
Yeah, and you kind of want to stay in that optimal range where you can get those stuns, but so far away that you don't get hurt, but close enough that when you get a stun, you can run in and capitalize on it. It's fun. It's a fun balance.
Yeah. And I think I maybe thought this game would feel too much like Dead Space, but even though they're come from a very similar lineage, they definitely are two very different and very fun games. Totally worth playing both of them. Sorry if the cat you can hear she's yelling for dinner.
Oh, no, I thought that was the in-game chicken.
I heard a chicken. Does your cat sound like a chicken when yelling for dinner?
I don't know. I think my mic is probably isolating enough.
I would love to hear little cat yells for food. I think they're funny.
He was chittering in the window at pigeons. I've never had a cat
who
does that, but it's so entertaining. Especially since she's a little tiny thing and you just know she wants to savage those birds. But she can't. She just has to sit and watch them.
Yeah. Put Kitty on the mic. We already have the pig. Let's get.
Hold on, I can. She's sitting right here.
Oh.
If I have enough able. There.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know.
Appearing through the door. Yes.
There she is. It's
Screaming
so
at
funny
me.
how your cats like frequently just like stand there at the door looking in on you. Like, hello, please pay attention to me.
I have to keep myself sound isolated, guys. Sorry, I can't open the door.
Yeah.
Someday, but
Just a kitty staring through a glass pane. Like how long do your cats stay there, staring inwards at you, knowing fully that you won't let them in?
I mean that it's heartbreaking because that's the thing is if they are bad about begging for food or for dinner time, you have to ignore them until time.
Yeah.
If you interact with them, they think they're being rewarded for their yelling. So, but she's a good kitty. She likes the pets.
Little kitties.
Shotgun shells.
Polygon
hooray.
silencing cats. This is the end of Polygon.
Cats are so good. Cats are kind of goated.
It's our great.
Kinda, yeah.
All right, so we need to
Some
get a
people-
cog.
Some people say cats don't care about you, or like they only like you because of food and stuff. And while I do think, you know, there is truth to that, like cats do like food, I just distinctly have a memory of when I was crying in my room growing up, and my cat came to the door and started like pawing at the door, and then I let her in, and she started like rubbing against.
Oh,
Really?
they're nice. They're nice little friends.
Yeah.
Not this. This cat is also doing the thing where if she's in a very good petting mood and purring and rubbing her head, she also does the little nips
Oh yeah,
that are
yeah.
just the like, which I think we're also trying to like not encourage, but she's just like, no, don't. You gotta keep that hand here. You can't stop petting me.
Yeah.
Let's
little
get out of
affection in
here.
And you got the ram head guy.
Yeah, these guys are cool. Ooh, come on, come on, come on,
Can you
come
get
on,
him?
come on,
Get
come
him!
on.
Oh
No,
no!
I'm in
That's your
shit.
way.
Oh dear, we're in trouble here. Hang on. We do have
I know, I think
a
it's a
full
bull.
heal.
Present for you.
Present for you. Oh
I
dear.
just wish you would
that's
after
too
that
late.
say like, yeah, pretty good one, Leon.
Oh, we're out of ammo. We're moving.
Oh, really
dodging,
great
we're
cat
juking.
stories in the chat. Really great, cute cat stories. I love that. I love that.
Boy, these guys are tanky. Alright, he's down. Oh shit, I
definitely
forgot
have-
to lock.
I have an appreciation for like big top-heavy hammers or axes like that. Because one time in high school, I made an axe like full size out of wood, and it was just so heavy, so much heavier than I thought. Because you know, I guess the top of it really does make the top heavy. So swinging it, I don't know. Someone's got to be strong to swing those things,
I think
and that's not.
I think usually real axes like battle axes were like pretty small, and they were usually like weighted
yeah.
at the bottom too, so that they weren't completely.
Felling axes were definitely heavy because a lot of the mechanics there are just the weight of that wedge driving itself through wood.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good point, Owl Dude. Sometimes I feel like cats want to watch you pee.
Yeah, they absolutely
Some
do.
cats, they're really insistent on it, and I don't
thought they're-
know why.
I heard a maybe cat psychology explanation for it, but that they know that's the room with water, and they're very concerned when you go in there.
Oh,
They're just kind of like watching out for you when you go into the water room.
so you don't like fall butt first into the toilet and drown.
Yeah, or maybe they just know that's where your shower/bathtub is, or.
And
But I guess they do it in rooms that aren't that. So yeah, maybe it's just enough for them to see a sink and be like, "What are you doing in here?"
Maybe they're just worried about you fouling the water supply.
Maybe.
That's very cute, Brushy. All right.
Cat, yeah, one of our rentals did hop into the bathtub for drinks, but
Yeah.
hasn't since.
Yeah, no, my cat was really big on that. She like after my sister would take a shower, my cat would just like immediately jump into the tub and start licking the floor of the tub.
Yeah. My dude had a tub licking phase towards the
So
end.
weird. So weird. Or like she would never want to drink out of a bowl. Only like if we filled up one of our human cups with water and
Her
were
head goes
drinking out of
in.
it, they were like, "That one's mine. That I'm drinking from that too."
So, were there little quests like this medallion hunt in the original?
I think there were like a total of 2 medallion hunts in the original, maybe 3.
Okay.
There were not as many as there are this time.
Yeah, it feels like there's quite a few of these little side quests. This is a pretty straightforward one, but there's also ones where like, I really like the one that's like find and sell 3 snakes.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Because even when I knew that, like, I got that quest and like, oh, look out for snakes, I kept breaking open boxes and being surprised.
Yeah. The snakes will get you.
There's one for hunting a big fish, excuse me, in the lake that we might get to.
Yes. Where's that one that I missed? It's not through here. Maybe it's up in a tree somewhere.
Ash, I feel like that is a good way to trick like those type of cats into drinking water. If they won't drink from their bowl, you take a cup, fill it with water, drink from it, and see that the cat sees you drinking out of it, and then just put it down for them and pretend like you just left it there.
Wow, yeah.
And be like, oh no, you're drinking from my cup.
Bro, my cup, no. You gotta pretend to be mad about it, otherwise they'll stop doing it.
Yeah. Right.
The game does the game gives hints for when it's gonna hard lock you out of an area because the merchant just starts going,
Yeah.
you better wrap up all of the things you're gonna do here. But that could be easy to miss.
Till you come back. Where is that 5th one? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I've done this so many
like
times.
The merchant, but I feel like he was a little bit gravelier in the first, but it's totally probably a nostalgic retcon in my brain.
I think he definitely had more stank on it in the old one.
Okay. I'm not just imagining it. But still glad to have him back.
We'll come back for the last one once I buy the map.
New merchant talks just like Mick Jagger. Maybe I also just have the Mega 64 version. Wait, in that video, did they just use the Mega 64 vid? Did they just use the audio from the game?
Wait, in the video where they were walking around doing it to people? I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen that one.
I'm watching it, I'm remembering it in my head, but now I'm like, do I just think that's what the voice sounds like? Or is that literally the voice?
They should have let Rocco do the voice in this one.
Quite possibly my favorite game video of theirs. Still, it's just so classic. What are you buying?
What are you selling? I'll buy it at a high price. Leon doing his dorky ass combat rolls.
Like dorky is one of the last words I'd use to describe Leon. He seems like a very cool fellow.
I question your judgment, coworker.
You described him as dorky? I mean, I maybe your judgment's probably better than mine. I haven't played.
Sure, you'll see him say and do some things shortly.
But yeah, it's like, look at his jacket. It's like a cool.
It is a cool
lined leather jacket type thing. He has a gun. No, a gun's pretty lame and dorky, but I see what
he has a knife, which is cool. That cancels it out.
He wears sunglasses inside.
And as we've already discussed, he is trying to at least prove he's bad enough to rescue the president's daughter.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think this is a locked door, but let's check. Yes.
It's impressive that they continue to make such good-looking games with this engine. Like, they just struck gold with it, and it's just like, well, put the next game in this engine.
And it seems really well optimized too. Like you can get good-ass frame rates. At least on PC and stuff, like on lower quality cards, you can still get a lot of frames out of it.
I understand the PS4 version may not be stellar, but and because I have the Steam version, I'm gonna try it out on the Steam Deck.
Oh, cool. We're pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close to me. Also, Grumpy or Goat, I have never experienced or heard of a kind of guy who'd corner you in a game store to tell you how great his D&D character is. But that is quite the description.
But where's he at?
Leon has shelves full of Funko Pops.
Yeah. Yeah, he makes that noise after a lot of combat encounters. Yeah.
True. The shearling bomber jacket was developed to be worn inside, so you would be worried about ruining it in the rain. Oh my god, that's so interesting. That's so interesting.
Nice. You don't want to get that leather wet.
Dirk
And
Pit
that
River.
fur would get nasty. Color.
Do you mind
Whoa, suplex!
if I make a TikTok about that? That's
I don't
so
think I've done
cool.
a suplex yet. What the hell?
I like wow.
I see
They made such a stupid decision then, putting him in the bomber jacket shearling.
But that's the kind of guy he is, where he's like, this is cool, and now he's gonna get. Is this gonna start raining later? It is gonna get gross.
Yeah, his jacket
Yeah,
is going
and
to
all-
get moldy.
All the blood that he would get on it. Jeez.
That too. He also gets in some muck. I don't know if he gets swallowed. But like, he goes through it, and that jacket's not gonna. You're not gonna dry clean that. That's not gonna come
Crazy.
out.
No!
It is truly the most satisfying thing that you can shoot guys with dynamite or Molotov cocktails and cause them to drop it.
Or just
And
shoot
then
it
they
in
blow
their
up.
hand, which is
Yeah, or
even more
does a good job.
satisfying.
That was definitely in the original, and I'm very
Yes,
happy to see
definitely.
that. Or, okay, when I say like systemic stuff can happen, I guess it's not a huge thing, but those guys who throw axes, I've definitely gotten like them to throw them at other zombies.
Oh, sick! I didn't know you could make them infight like that. Yeah,
Well, no, it was just not. Maybe I didn't do it on purpose, but like they have done it because they just throw it and it's flying through the air, and if something
Right.
intersects with that, Ashley has also walked right in the way of some axes, which was frustrating, but.
Yeah, she'll do that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh boy, they're on both sides, huh? Oh, I don't have any shotgun shells, huh? We're gonna juke out
Fly
this way.
upward.
Oh.
Dig downwards. Dig a tunnel.
All right. Well, we can eat an egg. We can eat an egg in this trying time. We can also
Leon
maybe
is-
craft some shotgun ammo.
Leon is dressed to look cute, right?
That's true.
That's why he's dorky.
I know they definitely have friendly fire. Like this, like the chainsaw guy, when he's just waving his thing around, he'll definitely take out some dudes. And I think even the tentacles can swing and clip somebody else. But
Sorry about your arm. Oh, my foot! Oh, my back!
a good time. Okay, you should have lost your leg there.
Yeah.
Practicality aside, does anyone have like a dream outfit that they would wear into battle? Whether that battle is, fighting Sauron, fighting zombies, your battle of choice. What would be your cool character fighting outfit?
I would get the exact outfit Michelle Yeoh is wearing at the end of Royal Warriors.
Okay.
It's just like some sick tactical black pants, fingerless black gloves, and just the coolest jacket I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
this
the
is
most
great.
Classic wizard shit, just like a blue robe and pointy hat with stars on it.
Oh, no. The pointy hat with stars on it too. Oh my gosh.
Streets of Rage. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, that or the
But I'm gonna fight like with my fist. I just want to be dressed like that.
yeah.
That would be such like a little switch around to like fool your enemy. You're dressed as a wizard, but then you're just like,
That's how you
Yeah.
get them. That's
Check
Sun
this out,
Tzu.
magic fist.
yeah. Brushy said nude, sketchy botanist, just a diaper, demon alcohol, cargo pants and cargo shirt to hold all the weapons. Gotcha man, it's situational, true. Techo Lusk mesh shirt, very cool. Large t-shirt and advertising my cousin's auto shop. Some great stuff.
Gonna put on my sleep shirt and some basketball shorts. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Wizard wrestlers, true. Is that like a gimmick that any wrestler does currently?
I don't think
They're-
so.
Oh, wizard wrestler.
There's definitely like a lot of magicians. Oh no!
Really?
Yeah, I can name. Well, actually, I can't name a few, but I know it is one of the standard gimmicks when you come up with your gimmick. You're like, yeah, sure, I'll do a magician thing.
I got some magic cards, yeah.
I'll
Good
do
card trick.
I'll do some
Pull a quarter out of someone's ear.
Yeah.
Put it back. The movie Bronson.
Oh, fine. Okay, I'm okay.
Victorian morning gown. I love the idea of that. That sounds great. Wizard wrestling. That kind of reminds me of like, it could be something like chess boxing, except it's like you're playing Magic the Gathering and then wrestling.
Ooh, that would
That
be
type of thing.
cool. Man,
I
they should do
would
that
love
instead
that.
of whatever the fucking creator clash things are, where they box each other. They should do, yeah, exactly like you said, magic then wrestling.
I mean, there's also like I think I haven't watched Creator Clash before, but I watched a bit of chess boxing and it was cool. And I love the concept that you can like beat your opponent either through the game or through the sheer physical force, depending on how good you are at one of those things.
So yeah, remind me, is that like a round of boxing and then playing some chess and
That's
another
right.
round of
Yeah,
boxing?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And like people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you at chess before you can even knock me out," whereas the other person's like, "I'm gonna knock you out before you can even beat me at chess."
And you might have a light concussion while playing chess at that point.
Yeah, yeah. Man.
This the place?
All right, we're just gonna check around outside first for treats and
Apparently
snacks.
Chris
and
Jericho
supplies.
was yelling, "I'm a wizard," while throwing fireballs.
Nice. Oh, that is good. One of the best wrestling moves is called the Shining Wizard.
Hmm.
It has nothing to do with magic.
Oh,
I've
Cinnamon Shakes is worried that the pig in the barnyard is muted.
Well,
Nah.
the pig in the barnyard just sort of likes to hang back in the cut a little bit and jump in when they have something really interesting to say.
So I need to Google this so I can just answer this question for myself. But
Jai?
okay, they did do it. I'm gonna have to watch this later. But this game made me wonder, what happens when you shoot a lock open?
Oh, that's a great question. Did you find an answer?
Well, I don't see the answer to it, but they definitely did it. But it's got a ricochet very dangerously.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? You're standing right there.
Or yeah, the shrapnel's gonna fly off there. I don't know.
But it's like, it's not a laser. It doesn't just like cut a hole through anything it passes through.
Apparently, okay. So people in the chat are saying MythBusters did do it.
Yeah, I mean, I Googled it and found the video, but I can't see the solution right now while streaming. But it can't be good. It can't go great. Or at least can't be a dependably safe way to open much of anything. And then especially movies do it all the time to like, here, open my bust off these cufflinks or whatever, which
Yeah.
maybe I would think is thin enough to be a little easier to do than a big old lock, but
The funniest one is like anytime someone just like shoots like an elevator panel or something, and then that makes it work. It's good when it happens in Star Wars, for sure, but it's just such a funny writer's room thing where you're like, well, shit, how is this guy gonna fix this? And it's like, just have him shoot it a few times.
shoot it off. Yeah.
Man, I want Wizards wrestling so bad now. Wizards of the Coast.
Weird Bulbasaur says, I use guns to open pickle jars all the time. Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah, I guess this was a Simpsons joke already.
Now, say, you got a smoke? You know, those things will kill you. Oh, well, maybe just untie me then, huh?
Oh yeah, the chastity belt thing in Mad Max Fury Road.
Stop right there.
Oh, we got a big boy.
Oh, strong. Speaking of wizard wrestling, Clayton, that might be a good future overboard is cheaty mages. Have you played that?
EB mages? Is that what you said?
Cheaty mages. Cheaty, like cheating. Cheat-y.
Oh.
Mages. It kind of, honestly, it kind of reminds me of Marvel Snap, but without the lanes, and it's old.
Interesting.
But pretty much how it works is everybody, there are monster fights happening, and each monster just has a numerical value on it, and whichever monster has a higher value will win that fight. But then there's rounds of interference where people are playing either visible or blind cards onto those monsters that are out in the field. On whether or not they'll win or lose, and then everybody is betting on these fights as well. So like you can try to make it look like, oh, this guy's he's gonna lose really bad, it'd be a mistake to bet on him, but then you like, anyways, it's really fun.
Yeah, I like that kind of risk reward bluffing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Another recommendation from Pliable Head is Potion Explosion.
Sacrificial lamb.
That sounds familiar.
Receive our most sacred
Gale 49 Doom.
It begins now.
Oh no, this is it. There's a difference. There's a lot of games about potion making. Board games about potion making.
Yeah.
So thinking of a different one. Yeah, I encourage everyone to go check out the Overboard. It was a very fun time, and we will have more this summer.
Leon.
So look forward to that.
Quiet type, eh? I'm Luis Serra. Guess you, me, picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh? Hey, stop it. You move, I move. And I'm beat up enough as it is.
Yeah, I've been really liking all the RE4 fan art and stuff that this is reignited.
You've been in spots like this before.
Love marbles, Pliable and Ryan.
You're here
Marbles are so fun to like hold and to look at.
Send me some señorita.
Yeah,
Young girl.
I have a marble.
Talk.
Curious how this would even.
Great. See.
You're spoiling the moment. No, I'm kidding.
Where?
This scene right here is new, and it is they have replaced all of the parts in this game where they leer at a teen girl, and they've all been replaced with this roiling homoeroticism, and it is all the better for it.
Classic 80s action movie. Yeah, I've just gotten to Ashley, but I like her temperament in this game. It's very entertaining because it's just like a lot of like, what? You want me to do what?
Oh yeah, the first time you tell her to get in the closet, she's like, "What? All right."
Hey, we're not done here. Later, amigo.
Yeah, that move he uses right there is really cool. Oh, right, yeah, she's a college kid, right? Yeah.
Shit, they took my gear.
But yeah, still close enough. Actually, how old is Leon in this, right? He's like... Is he a teenager in the first... in RE2?
He was a cop, right? Like...
Yeah, but like, cops can be like 19.
Oh,
Yeah,
allegedly 20.
I guess that's true.
I heard it from this guy.
And actually, maybe... they're probably not that young. They probably got to go to college. I don't remember if they got to go to college.
I was
Late
assuming
20s.
he's just in his mid to late 20s. Still pretty young, but...
It was his
I don't
first
think
day
he's
as a
also a
cop. Yes,
teenager.
that's right. God,
Oh, he was, right.
what a first day.
I'm probably due for confession anyway.
It's so funny then that he in this. Sorry, pause. In the intro to this game, he says, "That day the cop in me died." And it was your first day. What are you talking about?
Oh, at least Cop Leon died. So
Right,
secret
right.
agent Leon.
Cop badge never worn. Never became a bastard. He's okay. He's okay, guys.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're coming up on the part. So
The part?
the part that everybody loves.
Oh.
I don't know. This is one of this is one of the parts that in the original game really like made me feel like, oh my god, this game's gonna be so super fucking cool. Actually, we're not quite there yet. Never mind. But this is still kind of neat.
A little stealth. I like how this game, it definitely is not trying to prioritize being stealthy. But it could totally help if you can just...
Yeah. Honestly, I
It's
only
not,
did
like,
it once or
meant to.
twice.
Yeah. It's just nice to be able to get like a couple people eliminated before they notice you. That's
Yeah.
at least how I feel. Punch. Punch that barrel open.
Oh, right. That he took our guns, at least temporarily.
Oh, right.
All right, come on, buddy. Bring it. Ah, I did
Blink.
not get the perfect.
What's the difference? The perfect.
The perfect is the one that gives you the melee attack follow-up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Imagine destroying a wooden barrel just with one punch.
Big
It's
ouchie.
it's so funny that he does that. And when he meets up with Ashley, aka Baby Eagle, I imagine that's just like the only way he knows how to talk to her is like, hey, you want to see how hard I can kick this barrel?
Yeah, again, from her perspective, this guy who's very beat and bloody runs in and is like, I'm here to save you, and then just starts running around the room punching barrels. Like,
We gotta watch
what are you
that.
doing?
All right, cool. All right, we got our swag back. Let's. All right, and it's all
It
re-equipped.
makes some nice herb.
herb. Yeah, I can combine some herb.
Grind that up.
Grind that herb. Make a
I
combo.
love that queer mint when cats do the big stretch and then roll around.
Oh yes, it rocks.
The flip flops,
Yeah.
which I understand they both do when they're excited to see you, but also when they want to cool down.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, stranger.
Over yeah.
Who's that?
That is one of the coolest things about cats is like the seasons of cats.
You see,
The way that like they just lay different ways as the year goes on.
Do some
oh, this is we're just leaving the time when the cat is glued to the heater with a blanket on it.
got some rare things on
Got like a
sale,
radiator
stranger.
box cover.
All right, see what we can sell. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Don't need that ever. Don't need
I'll buy
these.
almost anything. A deal well struck.
Let me see if we can slot some stuff into our flagon. I love inlaying gemstones. I'm always doing
Yeah,
it.
just something to tinker with. Just some stuff that like clicks in there nice when you
yeah,
feel
yeah,
accomplished.
Yeah.
I think the game tells you can sell weapons back. It says like with very little money lost, so it wants you to experiment.
Yeah, it gives you a good percentage of the money back that you put into upgrades specifically. I don't know if you recover the cost of purchase that much.
Your weapons are in good
All right,
hands.
let's do the durability
I'll
upgrade.
see you try that on for size.
And let's see if he's selling the. No, he is not selling the laser sight. Right, I need to spend gems for the laser
Cash in your
sight.
pocket or your
That
I
cash
only
in
just
your
picked that up.
pocket. Case upgrade, good.
space never hurt anyone.
I never found a use for the
anyone.
bolt thrower in this one. I don't feel like it's good.
Oh no, well, did you use it?
Yeah, I mean the grenade part is really good.
The grenade part's fun, but also the reusable ammo.
Why not
No,
try
that's
your
fair.
hand
Yeah.
at a new
So when I'm creeping around and I just see like 1 or 2 zombies, I know it's not like a big fight. It's just handy to be able to take them out and then grab the darts afterwards.
Wish your enemies sweet dreams from afar.
I did. Speaking of like the way the game, I feel like tries to keep its challenge in check with how much more powerful you're getting with all these upgrades. But I had one particular, like a cabin moment, where you're in a cabin and there's zombies coming in and you're trying to like survive as long as possible. And I was starting to like get to the end of what I had saved up, like a bunch of ammo and stuff and weapons in my attaché case. And I was starting to get to the end, and then I was like, "Fuck it, I got to start using my my darts up." And I pour like a bunch of them into the big bull-headed guy. And then the cutscene is like, "Oh great, we're getting out of here," and I'm like, "No, my darts! I need to get them back."
I really love the exploding darts, though. Those are very fun to use. I think those destroy the bolts, though, when you use them.
It does.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's a balance of like keeping some for reuse and every once in a while using one. There's also like light crafting in this game where you're crafting ammo. Which is handy for like, it sort of is this resource that gives you a choice of what sort of ammo to turn it into. And you can use knives and turn those into more darts.
Oh dear.
Like, ow, you shot me in the face.
The RE4 Oculus version is really fun because when you save at a typewriter,
try that.
You actually it's actually got like the little typewriter keys, and you can like tip tap tip tap tap.
Oh, does it have the finger tracking?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it's like it just shows you your hands in front of you, so it's not showing you your exact fingers.
Okay.
But you're doing like hunt and peck fingertip typing.
Yes. That's fun.
Are you betting, Nicholas JT, that Resident Evil increased the usage of typewriters in the U.S. or in general in the global populace? That could be a study.
It's iconic.
All right, let's pop some.
I mean,
heads.
I was just now influenced by Resident Evil. Seeing those little gemstones really made me wish I had a vase to put little gemstones into perfectly fitting sockets on. But instead, I have on my desk this really smooth rock. It's just really smooth and pretty round. And
That's
this
nice.
is
Did you find that?
Yeah, it was at a beach, I think. And so now this is my gemstone.
Yeah, I collect some rocks sometimes when I find nice ones on trips.
Yeah. I would love to have like a crystal collection though. That'd be so cool. Thanks, guys. I'm really appreciating all the rock love right now.
Minerals. I've shown my fried chicken rock before, right?
No, what?
I got
Wait,
that
maybe you
for-
did. Yeah.
For my birthday last year. It's right here in my shelf. But I got this hunk of fried chicken. Look at that. It's got the tender, crispy skin and the white meat.
Fried chicken rock. It really does, like, from a distance on camera, look like fried chicken.
It looks astonishing, like, in person.
It's just when it starts glistening that you're like, oh,
I don't think
that's
it comes
fried
through
chicken.
quite as much digitally, but, like, the fact that the white almost has layers like chicken meat, it's frankly uncanny.
Yeah. Wow. Forbidden snack. Bite the rock. I've never understood though
No.
why humans like shiny rock, like shiny gems or smooth stones, because frankly, like, what evolutionary purpose does it provide, you know?
It could be an accident. It could be something else about
Okay.
just the light, how light refracts from it is pleasing to us. Because something else is pleasing. I don't know.
Like, is there another animal we can think of that also collects something purely for aesthetic purposes?
A lot of corvids, magpies.
I was gonna say, yeah, a lot of
Fuck.
and Some of those tropical birds with crazy little mating dances like to grab a bunch of little
Wow.
bowerbirds. Yeah, those are the ones.
Otters find rocks that, I mean, otters use rocks as tools, but they find rocks that they like and they'll like keep them for years and years.
So cute. This is my favorite rock.
There are many like it, but this is mine.
Shown to bring flowers into their barns? That's so cute. Oh my god, Pig, would you like to speak on that?
Still shy, I guess. Alright, we gotta stop that lady from throwing dynamite at us again. That was a no bueno situation. Oh dear. Wow, we shook that guy off. I want to get the German suplex. Nope, that ain't it.
I think it's so strange having a little fold of skin underneath your armpit.
I think it's cool when otters do it.
I mean, it's cool in a sense. Like, wow, I'm sure like it would be handy to have a little inherent pocket on your body.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it. Like, what if you have to clean out your pocket then, and you have to. I mean, don't know.
You're spending all day in the water, right? Like.
True.
That's true.
It's always getting rinsed out a little bit.
Oh, this is so interesting. There's a bearded vultures paint their white feathers red for cosmetic reasons. That's cool.
Ooh, I like how Sev Pyle put it. That it feels, yeah, like it's just a quirk or fluke of some of the other things we have.
Out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Getting pocket crazy.
Don't throw dynamite at me. I'm a federal agent. Oh no!
Oh, they did anyway. Yeah, you got some heals.
I think that's interesting and a good point. Garrulous monolith. I think in a world that tends towards green, gray, and brown, shiny/colorful things stand out and are valued for their difference. But I also wonder, like, sometimes things that stand out as different, aren't we supposed to be like scared of it because we don't know what it is? And so then, like, how do we strike that balance of like, ooh, yes, I'm interested in this, versus like, oh, this is scary and I'm going to avoid this thing.
Yeah, lots of good stuff in the chat.
So weird. Nature is so weird. There's those birds that were being studied and had, oh, I keep losing the message. They had, where was it? They had red bands attached and realized that the females were finding the red bands hot as hell, so it was skewing the population.
Ugh. That's why cats are afraid of cucumbers. It's like...
The snakes?
Yes, like evolutionary suspicion of snake-shaped things.
Oh, fruit finding strat. Finding sparkly/colored things. Okay, yeah.
Fruit finder general.
That's eat the rock. That's motivation to eat the rock.
I'll eat the rock.
If it's colorful and sparkly, eat it. Eat that Tide Pod. Modern day fruit.
Fruit is nature's Tide Pod, I guess. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, don't throw dynamite at me. I'm so tired.
Our ancestors looked for fried chicken rocks. How many did they find?
Shit.
I don't know. How many of them exist? Is Clayton
I'm
in
fine.
possession of the only one?
Possible. I'm
That's
sorry, Pat.
sad.
They got me. Folks, they got me.
Oh.
It's a tough sequence. Those dynamite throwers.
Yeah, they're nasty. They'll get you. All right. We'll try to do more sniping. So we got knocked out for a second, and some guys took our jacket.
Oh, well, that's okay. Our jacket was getting like bloody and dirty anyway, right?
Yeah. Wasn't gonna
Yeah.
last much longer.
Tide Pod scavenging and eating stream coming soon to a Polygon channel near you.
Make it so you can only snipe a couple of them from up here before you have to actually drop down there and get into it.
Mm. Is this just like a really long battle sequence like the church bell area?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure. Like, I think in theory you could run through it and then grab the thing that you need to and then get out of here. Usually I just fight everybody, but I have not done this with a fresh save on hardcore yet. Ooh, 1-2 combo.
Bing boing.
I guess you can parry fists? I saw the little parry icon for just a second
That
there.
feels unfair. He has fists and you have a gun. I don't know.
I'm dead already. Oh, God!
Holy moly. Oh, maybe that's why they took the jacket. So they could send it to be dry cleaned.
That's, yes, very thoughtful of them.
Very thoughtful.
They knew that you'd be repeating the battle and they didn't want it to get any more dirty. These are paid actors.
I don't know if the Spanish has gotten any better at all in this game, but God, was it bad in the original Resident Evil 4.
I've seen things that give the impression it's not
Okay.
that much better. Sometimes what you're hearing in the distance is subtitled as muttering in Spanish. So not giving it any kind of
Cool.
translation, or like dark muttering in Spanish.
En Espanol. I remember one of the things that I remembered in the first one was there's a part where like a bunch of people are like trying to wrangle one of those giants, and I think one of them yells, "Usa los músculos."
Google Translate. Oh. Okay, apparently they at least got it to be actually
The correct
the way
sort of thing.
Spanish is spoken in Spain as opposed to
Yeah.
outside of Spain.
Just
Sick
reminds
of that
me
explosive
of,
barrel.
I think it was the movie
Sorry.
Chupa?
Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like the people were saying on Twitter, like, why on earth would they shorten it to Chupa? Because Chupa, I guess, means to suck.
I mean, it's the first part of chupacabra, which means suck, but like there are like lollipops
Yeah.
called chupa chups and stuff. Like it's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I. Huh.
Ooh. Well,
Well, they had to ask me a question. All right, we're gonna do a good time this time. Good job this time.
Great job this time.
That's right, Claire.
those cinnamon shakes. How many buttons at a time were you pressing, Pat? You're supposed to be pressing all of them.
Oh, I should do more. Hang on, let me try that. Alright, everyone's mad at me.
Why could they be mad at you?
Oops. Now I'm missing all my shots, so I'm actually doing worse.
So funny, Devoius, that like your teacher would say, you know, taught you the word sacapuntas, and then said never say puntas by itself. But it's like I feel like if your teacher never mentioned that, you guys would have never said it, you know? Like if a word was like, I don't know, Polygon, you know, never say gone by itself, and it's like, okay, well, I wasn't planning to, but now.
Uh-oh. You might want to get that looked at, buddy.
Gone. Gone.
Gone.
Gone. Never gonna stop saying gone.
Now, what if you keep running up there so they chase you and then you just hop back down?
Oh, that's a good idea.
I feel like that's how I lost them in this area.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, gotcha. That is the day. That is the day we all awaited.
Out of the way.
Pick him off. Oh, did he fall off?
Oh.
This is
Oh,
going
man.
well. I think this
You got
is
heals?
going
You
well.
got heals? You got plenty of heals.
This is going
I also
well.
got some G-nades I can turn around and huck here. Oh, that one bounced right off.
Oh.
Unlucky.
One more.
That's a good one. Nice. Punch, kick.
Do not throw dynamite at me. I am a federal agent.
They outlawed that in '96. Treasure.
That's a great idea for the next election. Government, we can do a campaign. Polygon to the polls.
Whee.
Oh god. Is this what Spain is like? I've never actually been to Spain.
No, I hear it's great.
Why?
It's got good architecture. A lot of
They
cured
built
meats.
out an incredible high-speed rail system in like a decade.
Did they? I mean, listen,
Yeah.
when
Not as well publicized, but
when a European country does that, like
yeah.
they're like the size of Iowa. It doesn't matter. Like big whoop.
True. Yeah, while I was in LA, I was like looking at the public transit again, just because, you know, I didn't have a car there, and occasionally there were moments where like the friend I was staying with was busy, so I was like, okay, what if I went to this place by myself? But it's just, it takes so long without
It
a car.
does. It takes so long.
Crazy. Like what could be a 15-minute drive could be like an hour and a half by transit.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
Oh no! Stop throwing dynamite at me! It's illegal to do that.
Get really in the nitty-gritty. One of the most frustrating things is that one of the best states for high-speed rail probably would be Texas. But they probably will never build one.
Yeah.
The big cities are all like the perfect distance for high-speed rail. It's just open and flat. Like, there's a lot of reasons. But
Yeah.
power it all by wind, and then there you go. But
And then boom.
they're even trying to do it. Some organization is trying to get it built, but it's we'll see if the government will allow it.
Oh wait, Ryan
Disappointing.
Planura is saying there is a high-speed rail project in Texas almost underway.
Yeah, there is, and I really hope they pull it off, but it almost seems like the government wants to like kneecap it because they don't like the idea of trains.
Oh, the government going after a brave train entrepreneur.
Yeah.
If only there were anything like this in
Could write a book
literature.
about it. The thing that like, yeah, I wish it was a public one, so maybe it also be more enthusiastic. But the
Right.
thing that made me annoyed is that they were literally just gonna buy the Shinkansen trains. Like that was kind of their whole
Oh,
pitch. It's
sick,
Like, we'll
okay.
just use this. Like they really wanted to do just high-speed rail between a couple cities
Oh,
there.
that's so sick.
But there's a lot more to it than that, and I don't know. As somebody points out, the problem also is that the thing is that's also true of flying to any town in Texas. So it's not like you've changed that. The cool thing about trains, though, is you can potentially put the train station in the middle of town as opposed to way out on the edge, where
And then
Airport
like
can fit.
maybe if there's like a big rental car
Yeah.
thing going on.
it's really about replacing air flights and
Yes.
long drives between cities. But true, it's hard to do anything
Yeah.
once you're there without.
The weird thing, though, that I was reminded of in LA was how I do, despite fully acknowledging the fact that like cars are bad for the environment and public transit is just like all around better, the experience of being in your own private little bubble, either by yourself or with friends, going someplace or eating food or late night driving and talking is so fun. The experience of being in a car, I really enjoy it. And I don't know if it's just because I grew up with it in Texas and then like don't have it in New York, so maybe now I'm nostalgic for it. But train compartments, see, I've never experienced a train compartment. You know,
That's so fun.
in New York, the subways, there's just, you know, you're with everybody and that's that.
Get your good isolating headphones, and you can be in your own place.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, driving is fun.
I
I miss driving cars around, but I don't miss having a car.
yeah.
And also, I don't think driving would be fun in New York.
Yeah, no.
I loved my car that I had before I sold it to move to New York. So good.
Yeah, I had a old Honda I got from my uncle that would never die. Like that car would ever stop running.
Invincible Honda. I had a
Honda.
I bought I had bought a new car like 2 years before moving. It was a Ford Focus. It was just a freak car because it was a manual transmission Ford Focus with like EcoBoost engine, which is essentially like a turbo that is running all of the time off of the vehicle's exhaust. So it it's getting a little extra juice. So it's a smaller liter engine, but then it's compensated for by having a permanent turbo. So it was manual transmission Ford Focus that got like 50 miles to the gallon, and then also for some reason had a winter weather package on it. So when I'd get up and it would be
You need
like
that, main.
minus 10 in the morning, I would have auto defrosters on all the mirrors and a heated seat and a heated steering wheel, and it was so good. Miss it. That's
I
what
love
a turbo
seat
does. I
heaters.
see more. Okay.
Seat heaters, honestly, even when I was in LA, sometimes, you know, it's cold at night. Seat heater was so nice.
You got to get over
Oh,
the
no,
thing,
someone's-
the worry though when you think you might pee yourself. Sometimes you put on a heated seat and like that's the closest sensation you've experienced to what's going on is accidentally peeing yourself.
Now, I rented a car recently, had seat cooling,
What the
Now,
fuck?
that's an innovation.
Interesting. It's just like a fan opens up beneath your butt and just starts blowing air on it.
I don't know if it's like working the same way like maybe a heat pump works, because you can just, if it was, you could maybe run that the same way backwards and then it becomes a heated seat. So, but I have a feeling it's some like, I don't know, coolant. Yeah, it's weird. I'm really curious how they actually implement that. But
that could be
it
really
worked.
nice.
I felt it.
I remember many a summer days, or just in general days in Texas, where you get back into the car that's been parked, and it just, like, it burns your thighs immediately.
Yeah, God, rough.
Now,
Yeah.
Care of Mike is talking about using a Vespa in the Philippines in a very dense, and I'll say not exactly the same thing, but recently using electric bikes. That's a game changer. That's a getting around using very little energy. It's so easy. I have bad ankles, so like walking is not great for me, but I can ride a bike, especially an electric one, no problem.
That's a really good point, because I do like the idea of like electric bikes, or even just like a city bike with manual bikes, because like the electric scooters, they had those in Texas and LA. I don't trust them and I don't like them. I completely wiped out on one in Austin, Texas, and I will never get on one ever again. And I think bikes do scare me to an extent still in the city, just because it's really busy, and I don't think LA has designated bike lanes unlike New York.
It's understandable to like be hesitant to ride in a city.
I mean, honestly, even in New York, a lot of the people cruising around on those things, if there are rules, they don't know them.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was looking at Google Maps in LA, I was like, man, if I had a bike and if it were safe to bike, that could be great. Yeah, bike lanes and cars that respect bike lanes. Without either
just
of
less
those
cars.
things, yeah. True, Connor. Sometimes bikers are the problem, where they'll just like not pay attention to the lights because they're like, "Oh, I'm on a bike. The lights don't matter for me," or they'll be biking the wrong way.
Or on side. The real killer in New York is the guys who think they're allowed to do it on sidewalks, and that is so bad and dangerous. Like, I have had friends get hit by e-bike riders, like.
E-bike riders on the sidewalk?
Yes.
That's insane. Because see, I've seen plenty of manual bikes on the sidewalk for sure, but
Scooters.
not so much e-bikes.
The kind you stand on. I see people seem to default to riding those on sidewalks, which is
that's crazy.
I did not anticipate, but like, yeah, I always whenever I'm on the city bike and I have to like go onto the sidewalk to take it to the city bike docks, which are on the sidewalk, I'm always like going so slow and riding to like as far away from people, because I know how much it like is a frustrating thing to like see a bike and they're not maneuvering around you, they're just like plowing ahead. So
yeah, whenever I use city bike, I definitely walked my bike. If I went on the sidewalk, I would just get off and be like, oh, I'm gonna walk my bike till I get to the next bike lane. Yeah.
Oh my god. Fulthiel lives in the Netherlands. They have actual bike infrastructure. Yes, Tina, that is actually what you're supposed to do.
I did. Can I share my big Karen moment with you guys?
Go for it.
So one time I was walking with a friend on the sidewalk, and I think it was just like one of the thinner sidewalks or something. And there was a person with a bike coming up behind us, and for some reason we just didn't move out of the way. We were just like, they can get off the sidewalk, they can move onto the street, right? But they started like saying like, excuse me, and then we were like, sorry, but no bikes on the sidewalk. And then they started cussing us out, and we were just like, we just kept walking, and being like, nope, sorry, we're just gonna keep taking our space on the sidewalk.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you were correct that you don't. It's a bad idea to ride a bike on the sidewalk.
Yeah, you're in the right.
I mean, I felt slightly bad when he was like, just like, come on, you just need to move a bit to the side. But we were.
And then he was like, "Oh, I'm really sick. I'm just trying to get to the hospital." And you're like, "No, fuck you, dude."
Yeah.
The thing that's funny there is that I sometimes do a similar thing, although it's more dangerous in my situation, where when I'm riding my bike and it's a narrow road where, I could ride on the left so a car could pass me, but I'm like, I don't want to get doored, or I just don't want to ride and let a car drive me. So I do just stay in the middle. Very obviously, it's daytime. I don't do this at night, definitely. Because, then the cars have to drive your speed and they might honk, they might get annoyed, but
They know you're there.
they know you're there, and that's the more important thing than them
Right.
not knowing you're there and driving by you very fast. So it's a situation where
True.
clearly there just needs to be a place for bikes.
Yeah.
And that should come from the space for cars and not the space for people to walk.
Yeah, it's pretty tough when there's no space for bikes. I don't think I've really biked in ever on a busy road where there's no lanes for bikes. Like in Texas, the only place I would bike was in like my neighborhood. So that was never a problem. But God, biking in LA would be scary.
No, the main thing is it's super. I am enjoying it, like you said, city bike in my neighborhood. For all these things that would have been 20 or 30-minute walks for me, especially walking slower, are now like 5 to 10-minute bike rides, and that's just such a pleasant difference. But I'm not getting on busy streets. I'm not going from borough to borough. I know some people do though.
Yeah, Reptile, that's a good point. Like, people will yell at you for riding in the... It's tough to be a biker, is the thing. It is tough to ride a bike. People are going to yell at you for going on the sidewalk, or people in large, powerful vehicles are going to yell at you for riding in the road. Oh, I forgot there's another chainsaw guy here. Wait, did he just get his foot stuck in a trap?
I did see it. Yeah. And I think... Yep, he did. That's perfect. Yeah. The thing is being someone who rides a bike, then when I have to rent a car and drive in New York City, it's amazing to me how much quick driving makes me a mad, angry person, and I hate it. Because it puts you in this dynamic of being like, you are on my road.
Oh, yeah.
It's very No. It makes you just not like people.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I think there is a certain possessiveness to environments sometimes, whether depending on what vehicle you're in. Because I feel that way about crosswalks. When cars start slowly sliding and pushing into the crosswalk when it's a red light, I'm like, excuse me. In my head, I'm like, excuse me, you're in my space. Watch it. Why are you pushing forward? And I imagine I'd feel like if I were a driver, very possessive, if or very annoyed by the pedestrians just stepping onto the street and kind of jaywalking. What are you guys doing? This is a road. Come on.
Whichever side I'm on is the right side.
Yeah,
Not everyone who's riding a bike is respectful, but it feels so much easier to be you're not between me, you're right there, and I see you as a person I'm trying not to hit with my bike. So it's just it's a different... And also, often, usually I'm happy on a bike because it's I'm in nice weather. The breeze is it's just a different frame of mind than being in a car and annoyed you have to go somewhere and park it.
God, parking makes me so fucking grumpy, and I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore. I will. So I don't know where many people in the chat are from / people on this call, what your experiences are with the pedestrian life outside of New York City. I feel
know, it's
first of all, there are no sidewalks. You can't walk anywhere, but there is a very specific social dynamic in Maine and other places I've lived where if you are not in a car, you will be called a slur.
You're suspicious. It's automatically suspicious to walk somewhere.
People will roll down the window and just pick a slur and yell it at you because they know that they're not going to hit a red light or a stop sign for another 300 yards.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't do that in New
interesting.
York
That's
because you would absolutely get the shit kicked out of you.
right, because they'd be at a red light and they would just step out of their car and be like, "Excuse me,
it's a
what did you say?"
Yeah.
it's a very New Yorker experience. I feel like to travel somewhere else, pull out Google Maps and be like, oh, this is a 10-minute walk, and it turns out it's telling you to walk over like an overpass or like across a highway
Right,
or something,
yes.
and you're just like, what the hell?
It was weird to walk, I think, in Texas for sure. But I think I was a little bit of a weirdo, a little bit of a quirkster sometimes. And I do remember one time I was walking to this one tree area that I really liked hanging out in the middle of the summer, but I was emo, so I was like, dressed in all black and like a full jacket and everything, because that's what emo people do. And I wanted to clear the grass next to my tree area, so I was carrying like a really big pair of hedge clippers with me, just in the middle of the summer, walking down the sidewalk in all black.
You were just being a Resident Evil villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fine because I was like, what, like 12? I don't think people thought anything of me.
As long as you weren't like walking around slumped over, dragging the thing behind you. Like,
Yeah. Walking while emo.
Yeah, I remember once in Maine, I was up in like Gorham or something, which is like starting to get like
Gorham. That sounds like a mythical town.
yeah. I assure you, it is not. But that's like starting to get into that territory where you'll get called something. And me and my friend Steve were just like waiting to cross the street in this like mini mall area where there was no sidewalk or whatever. So we're just waiting to cross the street, and then we cross the street, and the people are at a stop sign in front of us, or are at a red light in front of us, which is bold to do this. And one of them just like calls us the F slur or something.
Wow.
And my friend Steve is chewing a burger that we got from Burger King, because that's what you do in Maine. And their window is open, so he fucking spits a mouthful of burger into their car.
Oh my god.
And they didn't do shit, because...
But he got it in? Like
he got it in, yeah.
It in? Oh, that's so legendary. Yes. Steve. W in chat for Steve.
Love you, Steve. Miss you.
Oh my god. That's great.
I keep getting killed by this chainsaw. I think we gotta wrap up the stream anyways, though.
Oh yeah, 503. That's why you don't call people slurs from your car in New York, because people will spit Burger King into your car.
Oh, you would get so much worse. You would get so much worse. You'd fucking get hit with a lead pipe.
Yikes.
it's just a thing New Yorkers have.
Talk shit, get spit.
Hand you one when you move in.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Well, that's been the stream, everybody.
Well, thank you.
That was a fun one.
Thank you for joining for our Resident Evil and public transit discussion stream.
Yes.
Simone, you have -4 minutes if you want to hop on.
-4.
Okay, no Simone.
Thank you, Simone, for subtitling Overboard, which you can go watch. Why don't I drop that link in here again?
The pig is very shy. I was hoping the pig would say something during the stream, but you know how it is.
Yeah, we had a lovely time with Submit joining us for this Overboard. We had Jaya from Eater. She's fabulous. Go read her stuff, honestly, over at Eater. She's always writing the most interesting things.
Turn Young Plant. Turn Young Plant. That's a great little moment in there.
God, it was one of those episodes where it just made all of us feel so stupid.
It was perfect.
Feel stupid? I am stupid. That is my conclusion from that video.
Just seeing Simone and Jaya come to terms with like all these near misses, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Super fun episode. Cool. Well, yeah, please go check out that video. We'll be back with more stream next week. Okay, yeah, I should yawn after the stream.
Yawning during stream. Jeez.
-5 points. Bye, everybody.